What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bludborn, and in this video we're going to be taking out the new producer's letter that was just dropped today and see what is coming for LOTRO in the near future. So first off, we actually have a new region that's coming in the Yonder Shire. This is supposed to be an extension of the Shire. This is going to be a lower level region. You can kind of check out some of these screenshots here and see there's going to be actually some different feels to it. Looks like some different towns and some different woods and stuff like that, as you would expect in the Shire. And they're actually talking about how Lotho Sackville Baggins is trying to bully some of the local hobbits. So that's kind of the premise of the story that's going to be in this area. And like I said, this is gonna be a lower level area, so don't expect too much as far as end game content or anything like that just yet, but that may open the door for things later on where we have to encounter a certain wizard who decides that he doesn't like the Shire that much. So maybe that's the precursor to this. Next up, they're talking about the anniversary festival that is going to have a new instance called a flurry of fireworks, and that you're basically just assisting with putting on the greatest fireworks show that Bree has ever seen. So I'm sure we'll see that on a beta here relatively soon, because the anniversary is just about a month away from hitting its 15-year mark of being an active game, which is pretty cool. It's kind of crazy that we've been playing Lord of the Rings Online for 15 years now. The big news out of this is the changes to VIP status, free status, and what content that you get with those. So the big deal is that VIPs are actually going to get Mordor, Minas Morgul, and War of Three Peaks as part of their subscription. Now, the reason why it's only those three is because everything else prior, so Shadows of Angmar release all the way up through Helm's Deep, is going to be free for everyone. And that includes, it's actually noted down here, it's actually going to be all quests, all areas, instances, expansions, everything that is bundled in there from 2007 all the way up to Helm's Deep will be free for everyone. But if you are a paying subscriber, you will get those most recent expansion packs as part of your subscription. So think about this now. The paywall, which was referred to as being very high for somebody that was new to this game, is almost instantly removed, because now you're talking about paying about the normal price of a $60 title. You know, that's the kind of average cost of a regular game right now. And you are going in and you're paying, if you're paying your monthly sub and the most recent standard edition, which is $39. So you're right at about $55 to do everything. That will give you every bit of content in the game. And then you can just do your sub. You can actually reduce that even further the more months you put together in your subscription. So I personally do the every 3 months. So it's $30. And that actually, if you want to look at it, you buy 2 months, get one free kind of deal, or it's $10 a month, however you want to look at it. So realistically, you could be, you know, right up in all this content for under $60, which is actually pretty huge. That is a concern that a lot of players have had. You know, people didn't want to come play the game because the cost was just too high to get into the game, and that was something that was talked about very early on when Renania came in and became a producer. Said they were looking at the monetization of the game, and you have to understand how much this cuts out of the store. This is a lot of purchasing that is being removed from the store. Also, along with this, they're making Runekeepers, Wardens, and Bjornings and the Race of High Elf all free. So again, they're cutting a lot of these things out of the store, and that's pretty crazy to do. You know, that's a lot of money that people would be spending if they wanted to do this stuff. They had to buy these things, and they're cutting that out of the store now and making that free for everybody. It kind of makes sense to do at this point because of what they had done during the pandemic, where all the quest packs were free and things like that. But now they've they've upped the ante on that, where now it's all areas, instances, and expansions. So this is big. This is big for a lot of people that may have just looked at the game and said, you know what, it's just too expensive, I can't afford that. Now they can get all the way up to 95 for free. Well, all the content to 95 for free. That opens the door for a lot of things for a lot of people, and that's really cool to see. It also sounds like this isn't the end of the changes that are coming to the store. It sounds like we're still going to have more things happening with the store as far as monetization, updates to the game that make it accessible, and things like that. So I would say keep an eye on the game and see what happens. You know, if that's still not quite enough to get you in there, I'd say keep an eye on it, because it seems like more things are going to be happening over the next several months and into the end of the year for sure. There's another note on here about the level caps on all of the legendary servers. You can check that out. It's, you know, pretty specific to each server. And there's a final note on here, really just kind of doing a general acknowledgement of, you know, hey, they're still looking at things like bug fixes, refining the new legendary item system, season 2 of the item reward track, which if you're not familiar with that, I do have a video on the reward track and what it is and how it works and all that good stuff, and talking about improving performance and lag, adjusting class balance, kind of this, you know, what you would expect. Talking about server performance and lag, that is something that a lot of people always say, like, you know, that, oh, are you ever going to fix it? Are you ever going to address it? It's like, that's something that's ongoing. You know, there's a lot of things that change all the time. You know, if you add new content in, it's not as easy as just getting new servers. That doesn't necessarily just fix the problem. You know, if people are playing and they're not on a good connection either, that has effects on other players. How much data, like a person that has been playing the game for 15 years has, you know, all the titles, all the stuff in their storage, all the quests that they've completed. They are a much larger file than, say, a brand new free-to-play character that has none of that stuff. You know, all the stuff that gets generated on anytime I create a new tune, all of the inventory stuff that just auto populates and all those, there's a lot, and so it's not just an easy fix, and I'm not letting them off the hook here. Like, it needs to be fixed, but it's not an easy one. So hopefully, you know, they've been making some improvements that we've noticed over the last couple of months, but there are still times where you know, even in a raid where just the game will stop, and well, you don't know if you're gonna be alive or dead when you come back out of it. I have experienced that personally recently, but in general, over the performance of the game has been a little bit better over the last couple of months. It also says that there are a few minor things that they haven't talked about yet, and will tell us later. So like I said, there's going to be more to come. So pretty exciting stuff. Let people know if they had, you know, reservations about the game because of the cost being too high. Let them know in April that is going to change and that they should check it out. That's all for now. Hope to see you guys in the next live stream very soon, and make sure you're subscribing to this channel for more updates in the future. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.